This is BYU Sports Nation, brought to you by the BYU Store, simulcast on BYU TV and BYU Radio. Now, from Studio B, here's Spencer Linton and Jerem Jordan.
BYU Sports Nation is live wherever and however you're connected. Great to have you with us. This is your day-to-day BYU Sports play-by-play in Studio B. Wednesday, December 15th. I am Spencer Linton, teamed up with a four-star broadcaster out of high school, Copper Hill specifically, Jerem Jordan.
I would have been a five-star if I'd gone to Bingham. No, I was a walk-on. Academic walk-on at BYU. That's what I was.
A preferred walk-on broadcaster?
I was not preferred. No, I was unpreferred, in fact. Whatever that is.
Well, that is quite the self-deprecation.
They were like, we have enough of you here. White kid from Utah with a bad ACT and a decent GPA.
Listen,
there are a lot of me here.
The prospects of you getting admitted to BYU were not high. Or were they?
I didn't think I'd get in here. I was going to Utah State.
You and me both, man. Here's your five-star show lineup on early signing day, including a five-star offensive lineman, Kingsley Suamataia, who makes his return to Studio B. How does he feel about the entire recruiting class joining him in Provo? We'll go through every one of those BYU signees today and introduce you to the newest class of Cougar football players. Which newcomer will have the biggest impact on BYU football in 2022? Maybe it's wide receiver Cody Hagan out of Corner Canyon High School. He will join us live as well. A loaded show. Bring on today's BYU Sports Nation headlines.
It's football signing day. Notably, the Cougars signed five-star transfer Kingsley Suamataia, as mentioned, from Orem, who played a game at Oregon this year. He'll be on the team starting in January. Also, Utah Gatorade Player of the Year Cody Hagan, as mentioned as well, a four-star wide receiver from Corner Canyon, Utah Gatorade Player of the Year out of Draper, and four-star defensive lineman Aisea Moa from Weber High. Much more on the signees coming up.
BYU football officially in Shreveport, Louisiana, in preparation for the Independence Bowl on Saturday, 3:30 p.m. Eastern. They had a Madden tournament last night against UAB, and apparently things got pretty heated.
Not as heated as, Fremont Street in Vegas in 2015, but yeah.
Of note, Pro Football Network has named Clark Barrington third-team All-American, Tyler Algier an honorable mention. 17 Cougars earned all independent team honors from Pro Football Network as well. Head coach Kalani Sitake is the coach of the year, Algier the player of the year, Puka Nakua newcomer of the year, and Jaren Hall is the quarterback of the year. Senior wide receiver Neil Pa'u will play in the annual Hula Bowl, an all-star game of sorts for players with pro football aspirations, want to show their talents. The game on January 15th in Orlando on campus of UCF.
Richard Harward announces he's out for the season after consulting with doctors and coaches. His heart condition has developed further complications. So that's what we kind of expected. Hadn't played after the incident in the game, and hopefully things work out for him. Who knows if he plays again? A heart condition is a serious thing.
Yeah, I hate this for Richard. We're thinking about him and hope that we see him back on the basketball floor at some point. The Kansas City Chiefs have elevated former BYU safety Zane Anderson from the practice squad to the active 53-man roster. He joins former BYU player Daniel Sorensen on the Chiefs, and Kansas City, who take on the Los Angeles Chargers of San Diego this weekend.
Kenzie Kerber is a third-team AVCA All-American. Congratulations. Whitney Bauer and Kennedy Eschenberg were honorably mentioned.
Some scheduling news for BYU baseball, who will open their season in 2022 on February 18th against Indiana State in Port Charlotte, Florida. We're already talking about baseball? Really?
Yeah.
Holy cow. The first home series for the Cougars opens on March 3rd against Milwaukee. West Coast Conference play begins at Portland on March 17th. All rise and shout. It's time for What's Trending.
You're talking about it, and so are we. It's What's Trending on BYU Sports Nation.
BYU football, the new class. It is early signing day 2021, and we begin with a guy who might just be the biggest signee of the class in more ways than one. He's already made an appearance here in Studio B with us. He is the first member of the 2021 early signing day class.
What's up, Cougar Nation? Go Cougs. My name is Kingsley Suamataia. I play offensive lineman. Shout out to IHOP. You know, I love pancakes. Shout out to my IG right here. Go follow me right here.
Hey.
Of course a lineman would like
taking care
pancakes.
of business. Of course yes.
Yeah, I love that.
He loves pancakes in all fashions. 6'6", 330 pounds. went to Oregon originally. If you're new to the program, this was a major bit of news back in November when Suamataia announced that he was going to leave Oregon and come to BYU. I guess it's now officially official that one of the most coveted offensive linemen in the entire country, a 5-star recruit, is now going to join an already stout offensive line at BYU.
I think he's the best player BYU's ever signed out of high school. Well, transfer now from Oregon, right? But look at who offered him. Alabama, Georgia, Michigan, Ohio State. And that's not the full list. Like, he's unbelievable.
Three of those teams are in the college football playoff this year, and the other's in the Rose Bowl.
The other is in the Rose Bowl against, I can't remember who the other team is. But it's so exciting to have Kingsley Suamataia here. He's going to start right away. I'm interested to see if they put him at right tackle, maybe move Harris LaChance to a guard, keep Blake Freeland at left tackle. But BYU's line is going to be so freaking awesome next year. Tyler Algier, come back and run behind Kingsley.
Come back, buddy.
Let's go, baby.
Speaking of that offensive line and the man who coaches them, here is Daryl Funk on what Suamataia brings to BYU.
Kingsley checks all the boxes you want for an offensive lineman. He's athletic. He can run. He can pass block. He can run block. He can do it all. He's got. We're really excited about the addition to our room with Kingsley, and we're looking for great things for him in the future in our program.
You want your offensive line coach to kind of have a voice like this, like gravelly. That's what I want from the line coach.
It matters.
He's been yelling. He's been screaming at the guys. It's kind of lost. You can't tell if it's gone or not.
Comes with the territory
I love that.
of being a line coach. Now, joining Kingsley as a fellow offensive lineman and former Orem Tiger in this signing class for BYU is Vai Soifua. Let's hear from Vai.
What's up, y'all? Vai Soifua at Orem High School. I play offensive line. Shout out to my mama and go Cougs.
6'4", 290 pounds, as mentioned, out of Orem High School. This is a Tiger party. They're joining Puka Nakua, and we're not done with the Orem guys just yet, Jerem. But Soifua, another intriguing prospect the coaches are very excited about. They feel like he can contribute from day one. I can't not be excited about the BYU offensive line right now.
You can't not
I can't
be excited.
not.
He's a 3-star. He's a guy that's played in a bunch of state title games. I think won 3, and then they were upset, in the semis this past year. He's playing right away. So he'll come in and hopefully get some good reps, maybe redshirt, who knows. Maybe he competes right away and plays. It's tough for a freshman typically, but the future's really bright on that O-line, and Vi fits into that.
He is not alone in that family name at BYU. Sister Naomi Soifua is an outstanding golfer for Carrie Roberts on the BYU women's golf team. So more family ties. Next up, let's stay with the offensive line.
Name is Peter Falaniko. I play O-line from Pineview High School. Shout out to my mama. Love you. Pukana.
Okay, Peter Falaniko, 6'3", 315, a Pineview High School guy, as he just mentioned, and it's Orem High School, it's Pineview High School, it's Corner Canyon High School. These pipelines are feeding into BYU.
James Lark, what's up? 3-star, good twitch, O-line. He could be a D tackle, maybe. Who knows? We're gonna see him at O-line and go from there. One of 8 kids, oldest kid. He's a play first guy, so we'll see him in the fall.
Daryl Funk, what do you think of Peter Falaniko?
Peter's a terrific football player. He's athletic. He's physical. He came to camp last summer, really impressed, and his tape jumps out. He played center for them. He'll be an inside player for us. He's even a good enough defensive player. He could be there. Don't tell Kalani I said that, but he's going to be a great addition to our program.
Luckily, Kalani's in Shreveport, not watching this.
I love that. Yeah. And yeah, let's not be naive. Some of these guys are super versatile and could very well end up on the opposite side of the ball. We've seen that with several current players on the roster right now.
That's right.
So good for BYU. And, don't tell Kalani that this guy might be able to play defense. On to the next. A guy Aaron Roderick is super excited about.
It's not just Aaron.
He brings more talent to a loaded wide receiver group.
What's up, Cougar Nation? Cody Hagan, wide receiver, Corner Canyon High School, and follow me on IG, _Cody Hagan _.
He's all business, Jerem. 6'1", 180 out of Corner Canyon High School, who continues to produce elite-level talent, not just at the quarterback position, but now at the wide receiver position. We mentioned how Aaron Roderick feels about this guy. They expect him, if he decides to play right away, that he can step in and maybe start being that opening rotation as a true freshman.
This kid's legit. He really is. I know he looks super young, but, like, he's going to come in and affect BYU positively right away. Look at the teams interested in him. Michigan, Oregon, USC. Incredible. 10.5 200 guy. That is so fast. He's an immediate impact player. He's one of these 4-stars that, listen, there's not really been 4-stars that don't at least start and play for BYU. But this guy is going to rack up thousands of yards receiving at BYU. It's going to be awesome. And we'll see if he decides to go on a mission first or not go on a mission at all. We're not quite sure yet. We'll see. But whenever he comes to BYU, I'm stoked.
That probably depends on which guys decide to come back for BYU in 2022, whether or not Cody is in the mix.
Yeah, and we'll see.
We're waiting on some guys. Right,
and we'll see. A mission is for everyone to decide themselves. But, yeah, whenever Cody gets here, I cannot wait for him. He's going to be an immediate impact guy. Like what Dax Milne became at the end is what Cody hopefully will begin as. You know what I mean?
10,500-meter dash.
It's blazing.
That is
so fast.
Dare I say, burninating.
There's burninating the Utes. Yeah, it's awesome, man.
We told you what Aaron Roderick said. Now let's just hear from the horse's mouth.
Well, Cody is one of the best wide receivers, high school wide receivers ever play in this state.
Woo!
He's very productive. He's got great speed, and one of the most highly recruited players maybe ever, really, in this state. I mean, he was offered by just about everybody, so we're really fortunate to get him, and I think he's a guy that'll have a chance to play early in his career because he's a very polished player, and he comes from a program that produces college-ready guys.
I think it was October. A-Rod and a bunch of coaches put out the eyeball emojis. It was
for him.
It was about Cody.
It was for him.
Yeah.
When you get an eyeball emoji, it's a big deal.
Yeah.
And listen to this wide receiver core, okay? Let's say Gunnar Romney comes back. Keanu Hill. Gunner's up. Yeah, we don't know. We don't know.
He's leaning one way, he said. But
Keanu Hill, Puka Nacua. Chase Roberts is a 4-star guy from American Fork High School. He's back from his mission, and coaches have been very impressed with him as he's working his way back, getting rid of those mission legs, as they call it.
Yeah, he had an injury early in the season.
Now Cody Hagan, and hopefully Cody Epps, who was a highly recruited guy out of high school, can get healthy and join the mix as well.
Holy cow.
All right, we continue on. Here's a signee whose last name is historically related to Utah football, but he chose blue.
What's up? It's Aisea Moa. They call me Ice. I play at the end at Weber High School. Shout out my Instagram. Y'all go follow me. Aisea Moa.
Aisea Moa, Weber County represent the Warriors up in Ogden, Utah. Jeremy, I know you know all about Ogden.
Love Ogden. The best. No ill will.
And again, we've kind of joked about these pipeline high schools in Utah. Weber's another school that's producing multiple players for BYU in this early signing class.
He's enrolling in January. 4-star guy, number 5 prospect in the state, 10.5 sacks last year. Dad Ben played at Utah. MMA guy. I love Aisea. He's going to be awesome at BYU as well. He's one of the bigger names in this class. Very excited about him.
6'3", 245 pounds. As Jaren mentioned, coaches are excited to see where and how he fits in as a disruptor. BYU needs disruptors.
More of these guys. We're finally seeing, and we need to see it on the field, of course, but kind of what we were hoping for earlier from Kalani Sitake and this defense was, you got all those guys at Utah. Where are they at BYU? So I think, there's some, Fano and Moa and Dailies, and they're coming in. They're going to make an impact.
Yeah, I'm looking at this recruiting class thus far, and you see the impact of continuity of a coaching staff, of back-to-back 10-plus win seasons. Sitake is back.
Some conference affiliation.
Big 12 on the way.
Yeah.
This is next-level stuff for BYU.
Well.
Let's hear from Elisa Tuiaki, the defensive coordinator, on Aisea Moa.
Aisea Moa was a highly recruited defensive lineman for us. Brings a lot of explosiveness, a lot of playmaking ability. Plays tight end and D end. He could probably end up playing both for us, but we're excited to get him at the D line spot. I think that he's going to do a lot for us.
Of course, the MMA guy would recruit the MMA guy's kid.
Why?
Elisa Tuiaki.
Why would you not do that? Great personality,
Yep.
Aisea Moa. Okay, now we get to a couple of guys who initially committed to Bronco Mendenhall.
I'd like to personally thank
And
Bronco
Virginia.
Mendenhall for not being the coach of Virginia anymore and basically handing these guys to BYU.
More Pineview High School guys, St. George, Utah, pair of twin brothers, legacy young men.
This is cool. If we had twins like this, not much. Brothers, yeah, but
I'm
twins?
trying to recall twins.
This is awesome. I love this.
They bring some serious speed to BYU.
What's up, Cougar Nation? Dominic McKenzie, wide receiver, Pineview High School. Follow me at Dominic X McKenzie on Instagram.
Dominic McKenzie, 6 feet, 165 pounds. They've got some ties to BYU. We mentioned the legacy connection, Jerem.
Brian McKenzie's kid.
He's coming through for BYU.
Oh, I love Brian McKenzie.
On the 96 team, he was fantastic.
Oh.
And now he's sending his boys back to BYU.
Yeah, Marcus as well. We'll talk about him in a second. But mission first guys. Both were committed to Virginia. For Dominique, Oregon, Pitt, Stanford won him 10-600. 10-6.
Okay.
Again, blazing fast.
So Hagan 10-5, McKenzie 10-6.
Marcus is 10-5-5, by the way.
Okay.
Just burners, baby.
Now, for the record, both
Jacob
of these
Conover's
guys,
so happy about this probably.
both of the McKenzie brothers played wide receiver and defensive back. One is going to be at least the beginning of his BYU football career in the wide receiver room. The other will be in the defensive back room. And that is
we'll see.
Marcus. But before we hear from Marcus,
You said McKenzie brothers, by the way. I really like that. We can work with that.
the McKenzie bros.
We can work with
right?
that.
Let's hear from Aaron Roderick, the wide receiver coach on the wide receiver Dominique.
Dominique has great speed, and his parents are both very athletic. I was teammates with Brian McKenzie here, and Brian was a guy who has great speed and toughness, and Dominique's just like that. He's different position, different body type, but he has great speed like his dad, and he's got a really bright future. I mean, he's someone that can go and stretch the field, go get the deep ball. He's good with the ball after the catch, and he's going to be a great player for us.
A great point that Aaron brings up with the parents, not just Brian.
Mom
His mom was a
Salote.
fantastic athlete at BYU
she was
well.
a track star. Salote was as well.
Oh,
So
there's that speed.
I love it. And again, thank you, Bronco Mendenhall. I wish these guys had been BYU guys originally, but there were some LDS kids going out to Virginia that wanted the ACC Power 5 experience. And I don't blame them for that, but now BYU's able to grab a couple of these guys, which is super exciting.
Here's Dominique's twin brother, the defensive back, Marcus.
My name is Marcus McKenzie. I play cornerback. I go to Pineview High School, and shout out to my parents.
Both 6 feet, 165. They are listed the same. They are twin brothers. They look the same. They sound the same.
I have Marcus for 170. So.
Oh, okay. You got, you got 10 pounds.
He ate more
5 pounds more.
Thanksgiving a couple weeks ago. Yeah. Now these guys are going to be great. Speedsters, wide receiver, DB types. I mean, it's. Oh, by the way, this highlight's the best highlight we'll show you. It's Marcus McKenzie catching a kickoff as the kickoff team in the air, facing the end zone, and just taking it in for a touchdown. I've never seen a play like that in my life.
So I saw something like this happen in the NFL, and you cannot advance the ball once you recover the onside kick, but you can do it at the high school level.
Yeah, high school rule is different.
I think that they should implement that into the NFL.
Well,
it's super exciting.
Well, onside you can recover and return. I guess it depends the situation. I'm trying to think what the rule is because the Seahawks caught one and took it in for a touchdown this year.
They caught one, but I'm saying if you are kicking the onside kick and you recover it as the offense to get the ball back?
No. They kicked. Seahawks guy caught it, scored a touchdown.
Right. No, what I'm saying is the offense recovered their own kick.
Correct.
And then you cannot advance the ball.
Correct. The Seahawks caught their own. I'm telling you, they caught a kick in return for a touchdown. It happened. Yeah.
Why was that okay and not okay last week?
I don't
Interesting.
know. Because the Seahawks.
It is a unique highlight for sure.
Yeah.
It's a unique highlight. Let's hear from Gennaro Guilford on the defensive back, Marcus McKenzie.
A guy who comes from an athletic family, a BYU family. Mom and dad both ran track here. Looking for him to probably run the fastest time ever in the state of Utah. He might run a 10.2. I'm not sure, but definitely a guy who, speed, right? But a guy who's not afraid to tackle. Developmental guy who can't wait to get my hands on.
Yeah. So he mentions the speed. This is why BYU feels better and better about playing a lot of man-to-man coverage on the outside because they feel like they have guys that can run with anybody.
Yeah, you wouldn't do it if you couldn't hang. So, yeah, hey, that Big 12 speed already.
Here is the next member of the BYU signing class.
What up, Cougar Nation? My name is Kaden Chidester. I play O-line and D-line at Richfield High School. Shout out to my boys. Follow the Insta, Kaden_Chid1713. All the ladies call me Drago.
Hey,
Sorry,
Drago!
Oh, okay.
6'8", 240 pounds.
All the ladies call me Drago. Is that what he said?
Kaden Drago Chidester.
Nice.
Out of Richfield High School. I love this kid already.
He didn't say lady. He said ladies. Mission first guy. Lots of upside. He's a tall defensive end. Excited about Kaden, man. It comes from a small town, Cusherum. Shout out. Goes to Richfield High School. There you go.
Drew a comparison with his size and lighter weight coming out of high school to Brady Christensen, a guy who put on a ton of weight once.
No pressure. Third-round guy. Yeah, that's nice.
Preston.
But Brady was a two-star who developed quite a bit, so that's exciting.
Preston Hadley with a comment on Kaden Chidester.
So Kaden, we're really excited about him, just his potential, his length. I think we measured him in at 6'8". Whether he ends up as an offensive lineman or a defensive lineman, just his ceiling and his upside are the things that we're really looking for here. Good combination of size and athleticism, and he's a great fit for what we're looking for here.
We're rolling on signing day. What's coming up?
Curl level 100 for Preston right there. Coming up, the King will join us in studio.
Up next, a signee that, as we mentioned, already has BYU coaches, specifically Aaron Roderick, stoked about what's going to happen in Provo in the wide receiver room. Cody Hagan joins us next. This is BYU Sports Nation.
When BYU made such a difference in our lives, I think really helped mold us as to who we are. And so when we had that opportunity and came back to Boise and found out there was an active chapter, we thought, okay, that's something that I can really get behind and get involved in.
We want to promote the BYU experience all over the region. We want people who leave BYU to still stay connected.
Pa says we need a miracle in Woodhaven or we're all going to be in a whole lot of trouble. What does it say?
It says that a miracle maker is coming to town. I'm Matthew. I've got some work to do.
If all my tenants were like you, I'd be a very happy man.
Is that all it would take?
Do you think Matthew is a real miracle maker?
Let's see about that. I simply moved a few rocks and planted a few seeds.
Who's more than that?
I suppose a miracle maker could be someone who does something remarkable to better the world.
BYU Sports Nation is presented by the BYU Store, official outfitter of BYU fans everywhere.
Watch BYU basketball with this Mark Pope as Greg Wrubell chatted with the coach, Trevin Ostler, plus the film room with Seneca Knight. It's available on demand on the BYU TV app.
Welcome back to BYU Sports Nation, early signing day in Studio B. This is your day-to-day BYU Sports play-by-play. I'm Spencer Linton, teamed up with Jerem Jordan. Joining us now over Zoom and making his BYUSN debut is one of the more exciting recruits in this class, wide receiver Cody Hagan out of Corner Canyon High School, a 10.5 100-meter dash guy, put on a show for the Chargers football team this year. Cody, welcome to BYU Sports Nation.
What's up, guys? Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Let's start with this. When did BYU first hop onto your radar as a legitimate landing spot for you as a wide receiver?
Oh, yeah. Ever since sophomore year, that's when they offered me as my first collegiate offer. And so they really made a really big impact just to my, personal goals and everything. And then once I got on campus and talked with Coach Fessy, Coach Kalani, and all those guys, it really just seemed like a home. So it's always been a really good spot for me.
So they loved you first, and that mattered to you.
Yeah. I mean, no one else had really kind of believed in me, I guess. I mean, it was young, you know, but some colleges didn't really thought I was too young or whatever, but they really believed and were the first ones to offer. So that was a big thing for me.
Cody Hagan is on BYU Sports Nation. When you had that conversation with Aaron Roderick, how did you envision yourself fitting into the offense that he wants to run at BYU?
Yeah. So he kind of told me before Puka came, he told me I'd fit in kind of as a deep threat, like Gunnar Romney, kind of spread out both outside and inside receiver, and just go make big plays. So,
what role has BYU's success the last 2 years had on you as well?
Oh yeah, that's been a big thing. Just seeing the program develop. Obviously, going to the new conference, Power 5 program. So it'll be a big thing for the coming years, and it'll be good. Play against some better competition, and they've been doing really good too. So,
yeah, what do you think of the prospect of heading to Texas often, and in some cases much further, to take on teams in the newly formed Big 12?
Oh yeah, I love that. I love going against better competition. The bigger schools, just going to beat them up, show them what's up. So
let's go. Yeah, let's go. Okay, Gatorade Player of the Year for you. And apparently that's the thing in your family, right? Your brother and your dad were Gatorade Players of the Year?
Yeah, so my dad got it at Brighton. He was a quarterback way back whenever he was in high school. And then my brother got it 2 years ago. So, and then I got it now. So we got to keep it going. Family tradition.
That is quite the legacy.
Yeah.
Holy cow. And he was a quarterback, but I understand your dad was also a really good baseball player as well.
Yeah. So he was a quarterback in football, and then got drafted out of high school to play for the Pirates in the minors.
Did he go play baseball? Remind me.
Yeah, he went and played baseball out of high school, and then played in the minors for a little bit, went on a mission, and then played football at the U.
So you're the next Corner Canyon kid whose parents went to the U, but you're going to BYU. Is that's the narrative here?
So my dad actually went to the U, and then my mom went to BYU. So
who's bugging you to where you had to move rooms right here?
You know, my dad actually, he's all good with it. You know, my mom obviously wants me to go to BYU. My dad is the same. He just wants me to do whatever is best for me. So they're both really cool about it.
Who made you change rooms? Like, is it a younger sibling making some noise? What just happened, Cody?
No, there's my dog's running around. I'm trying to get him to sit down.
I know that deal. Yeah, it's all good, man. Well, we're so excited to have you. 10.52 in the 100. I mean, that kind of speed can be used anywhere. When did you, how old were you when you were like, oh, I'm pretty fast?
I don't know if I could really. How old was I? I don't really know. That's hard to say. But ever since kind of Little League, I felt like I was one of the faster kids. And then high school, it kind of separated itself. So just kind of keep working, and it was a good thing. So
when do you plan on coming to BYU, and what will go into that decision?
Yeah. So I'm going to serve a mission. I'm planning to serve a mission. So I'm either going to come in this next year and play a year and then serve a mission, or just serve a mission right after high school. So it kind of just depends on what receivers kind of come back for next year and the availability to kind of play and be in the receiver room. So
gotcha.
Cody, congratulations on everything, on a fantastic high school career, and on signing with BYU. We look forward to seeing you on campus whenever that is, and however that wide receiver room works out. But we'll talk to you soon, my friend. Congrats.
Sweet. Thanks for having me.
You got a Cody Hagan out of Corner Canyon High School joining a very loaded and talented wide receiver group for Fesi Sitake and offensive coordinator Aaron Roderick.
Now, school got canceled today. That's why he's at home. So he's not just
snow day.
It's a snow day, which you don't have a ton in Utah, but last night was insane.
I think the quarterbacks are excited about throwing to a guy like that.
Oh, my gosh. And so it totally depends on who's coming back. Yeah, so we'll see. Coming up, 5-star offensive tackle Kingsley Suamataia joins the program again.
And we're not done introducing you to the new class of BYU football. More on the latest guys joining the fold in Kalani Sitake. This is BYU Sports Nation.
On the basic level, we offer transportation. We carry 4 wheels, tailgates, and a place to rest your rump. Beyond that, we provide adventures, opportunities, and jobs well done. So perhaps our favorite offering is our full line of trucks, including the new Nissan Titan. Right off I-15, Tim Daly Nissan Southtown and the popular full-size Nissan Titan. Think Nissan. Think Tim Daly.
Hi, Spencer Linton here, letting you know when your company joins the BYU team as a corporate partner, your brand can be featured in sports programming on BYU TV and BYU Radio. In addition to all of the great games, you can be part of the BYU coaches shows, place your message in Countdown to Kickoff, basketball pre- and post-game shows, and each weekday on BYU Sports Nation. We invite your team to join ours and become a corporate sponsor of BYU Athletics. For details, email sponsorship@byu.edu today.
I know what it's like to be overlooked, to be doubted, to fly under the radar. I only had one offer coming out of high school, but I was ready for every moment, every opportunity, and every shot that I got. Now I'm playing professional basketball, aiming to be one of the best shooters on the planet. And I'm just getting started. Be ready for your moment with Rapid Reboot, the future of rapid recovery.
Familiar with the BYU TV app? Yes.
I beg your pardon?
Sure, it's got great original TV shows. But it also gives you access to family films for free.
Wow. Awesome!
So gather around, grab some popcorn, and let us do the rest.
It'll be fun.
Watch some of your favorite films anytime, anywhere. With the free BYU TV app.
I like it.
This portion of BYU Sports Nation is presented by Visible Supply Chain Management.
Welcome back to BYU Sports Nation. Live from Studio B, countdown to kickoff at the Independence Bowl, 2 p.m. Eastern on BYU TV this Saturday. Get you set for the Cougars and Blazers of UAB. There you go. If you know, you know. He is Jeremiah. I'm Spencer. This is BYU Sports Nation. To interact with the show and have more fabulous content throughout the day, follow us on all the major social media platforms, including Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. Is it Meta yet, or is it still Facebook?
I don't know or care.
It doesn't matter. Let's whip it. Or not. The Cougar Whip Round today will consist of the next members of BYU signing class, Jerem, beginning with this young man.
What's good, Cougar Nation? My name is Brooks Jones. I'm a wide receiver and defensive end at American Leadership Academy, Queen Creek. Quick shout out to Coach Hall and Coach Demmer, and I always got time for you, Coach Pitta. Go Cougs.
Oh my goodness!
Listen,
a shout out for Dennis Pitta.
Brooks. You know what? We're off to a rough start. I'm still gonna like you though.
He always has time for the great Dennis Pitta.
That's great. It's just Dennis. But yeah, his brother Dean is a safety at BYU, so connection there. Good basketball player, 6'7", mission first guy. Defensive lineman. So tall defensive lineman. How about
that? I've heard this before. We've seen
Corbin
this before
Kafusi, is that you?
With all of the Kafusi brothers, right?
Yeah.
6'6", as you mentioned, 190. They obviously wanted to put on some weight. But a guy that wasn't just coached by Dennis Pitta, Ty Detmer, Max Hall.
Dennis didn't help this guy at all. He's
you
playing
have
D-line.
to wonder how much influence those guys have on a guy like Brooks Jones.
Oh, I'm sure they're saying their BYU experience. Yeah, of course.
Either way, Preston Hadley excited to have Brooks on the defensive line.
Brooks Jones, another developmental player that we're really excited about. Has great length, basketball player, so he's only been playing football for a year. Has a brother on the team, Dean, who's also going to be a big-time player for us, and just legacy family, and just he fits exactly what we're looking for here at BYU.
All right.
He's only been playing a year? Okay.
Dean and Brooks.
Just great athlete. They'll figure it out. Love it.
We've seen that before as well. Here is the next member of the BYU signing class.
What's up, y'all? Trevin Ostler here, O-line, Bountiful High School. Just want to say shout out to all my family. Shout out to my grandma Connie. Rest in peace. And go Cougar Nation.
6'6", 260 pounds, Trevin Ostler. Oh, how about that? An offensive lineman out of Bountiful High School. I like that idea. Shout out to Brady Christensen, who's a Bountiful High School guy.
Yeah. Let's go, baby. Playing right away. Athletic, got to put on a little bit of weight for the O-line, right? If he's at 260. So excited for Trevin Ostler. Let's go.
Let's hear from Darryl Funk about Trevin Ostler on the offensive line.
Peter's a terrific football player. He's athletic. He's physical. He came to camp last summer, really impressed, and his tape jumps out. He played center for them. He'll be an inside player for us. He's even a good enough defensive player. He could be there. Don't tell Kalani I said that, but he's going to be a great addition to our program.
Now listen, Peter Falaniko already got his shout out, but apparently we really wanted Kalani to hear that he could play on the defensive line.
So, someone in tape's like, we need to hear about Peter again. All good.
Congratulations to Trevin. Welcome to BYU, man. We know Coach Funk is super stoked to have you join that side of the ball. Now on to the next member of the 2021 early signing day class.
What's up, Cougar Nation? Parker Kingston, receiver out of Roy High. Follow me on Instagram, Parker_Kingston2.
All these guys from near my old hometown, Clinton, Utah. You know, what's fun about Roy High School? Jim McMahon's high school.
I thought it was WA this whole time.
Yeah.
That hair's looking good. Enjoy it while it lasts. Caleb Lohner, Parker Kingston. Athlete, mission first guy, fast guy again, 10'7", 9, 100. You just see him hitting the hole and bursting through.
6 feet, 175 pounds, 3-star recruit. And I know that in the past we have said, hey, BYU does more with less in terms of stars and whatnot. It's nice to have more stars in the mix consistently to allow BYU to do more with the more stars.
Amen. If you want to win the Big 12, you have to be less developmental and more play right away guys. There can always be development, of course, but I'm talking like, okay, you need probably to be higher in the recruiting rankings.
Fessy Satake, what do you think of Parker Kingston?
Parker Kingston, he's another guy that can play on both sides of the ball. In fact, in recruiting him just through the camp circuit, he was a guy that was playing both sides, ultra competitive, took every single rep, was making sure he was seen and noticed, just loved the dog mentality that he's got to him. Great speed. He's one of the top track runners in the state, and I think that speed will be utilized heavily on special teams, return units, and obviously at receiver as well. And super excited what he's going to bring to our group.
A common theme developing for BYU in the wide receiver room, speed.
And the common denominator is Fessy. Fessy's crushing it.
Bring him on in. Jeremy, it wouldn't be a BYU signing day, really, if there wasn't a Kafusi in the mix somehow. With that said, here's the next signee.
What's up, Cougar Nation? My name is Maika Kafusi. I'm a defensive back out of Alta High School and the best looking in my family.
Direct shot at Aisea and Jackson.
Hey, they're both good looking. The whole family's good looking. Yeah, absolutely.
6'4", 185 pounds out of Cottonwood Heights. And as Mike told us, Alta High School guy.
Oh, so didn't go to Brighton, huh? Like
another Kafusi at BYU, Jeremy. It feels right.
Yes, it does. Devin.
We're happy for Devin.
Yeah, he's playing in the Rose Bowl. Good for him.
That's really fantastic.
Cool.
Kevin Clune has done a fantastic job with the BYU linebackers, and he's excited to work with another Kafusi. You better believe it.
All right, Maika Kafusi, Alta High School. Just an incredible athlete. He can play a lot of different positions, and for us, how he develops and how he's going to be a part of this team. He could play safety, he could play linebacker, outside linebacker, all these different positions, but very versatile athlete. And, can't wait to have him.
Micah, welcome to BYU football. Looking forward to watch him play in that linebackers room. On to the next member and a tight end in this year's signing class.
What's up, Cougar Nation? My name is Noah Moeaki. I'm a tight end out of American Fork High School. Follow me on Instagram, noah.moeaki, M-O-E-A-K-I.
Well, there you go. Don't forget the spelling, right?
AF, man.
It matters.
James Empey, Lupini Katoa.
Chase Roberts.
There's a bunch of cave dudes.
6'3", 220 pounds. And Isaac Rex, he's going to get healthy. We've got Carter Wheat in that room. Of course, Dallin Holker.
Yep. Mission first guy for Noah. So we'll see you in a couple.
Some great guys to learn from. Here's tight ends coach Steve Clark on Noah.
Noah Moeaki from American Fork High School. Big tight end, can play both our F and the Y. Strong, fast, big, good hands, good feet. We're looking forward to getting him in 2 years after he comes back from his mission.
Thank you, Coach Clark. Now back to the linebackers room for our next announced signee.
So, Cougar Nation, Liutai Kinikini,
Play safety at West High School. I'd like to shout out our brothers from Rose Park and go Cougs.
Liutai Kinikini, as he said, goes by Ty, 6'3", 195 pounds. One of those hybrid players, kind of like a Chaz Ayu, Jerem, linebacker, defensive back. He could go either way there. Versatile defensive player.
Yeah, mission first guy. Dad works at Utah. Totally could have tried to go to Utah, right? Instead, he's coming to BYU. He shouted out Rose Park, Tony Finau, and Fui Vakapuna and the gang. Yes, there's some real toughness that comes from that area.
Tuiaki, your talent riches get richer. Let's hear about it.
Liutai Kinikini comes from a great family, developmental athlete. He's played tight end, receiver, safety. He brings a lot to the table as far as just size and ability. And so, we're recruiting him as an athlete, but we know that he can play somewhere for us in the future after he gets off his mission.
That coaching staff with Kalani's extension, they'll be able to coach these guys for a long time, which is nice after their missions. On to the next, and BYU signing day fun continues.
What's up, Cougar Nation? Jaren Kalama, wide receiver at Wasatch High School. I just wanted to give a big shout out to my boys and coaches back in Hawaii, and also follow me on IG at Jaren.03.
He's a Blue Jays fan. Mark Durant's going to love that.
Or maybe it's just a hat. Who knows? Kids these days.
It's true.
I'm that old where I'm saying kids these days.
You just like the logo.
So he was at Kahuku.
Transfer guy. Yep.
And with COVID, they weren't playing, but in Utah they were. So he came up here and then he stayed. Mission first guy. Another one of those receivers, man. BYU loading up.
That's a bonus for Wasatch High School and the Wasps.
Seriously.
A Kahuku guy that just happens to fall into your lap. Fesi Satake on Jaren Kalama.
Jaren, unbelievable athlete. He's a baseball player as well, dual sport. Could play baseball at a high level, but has chosen to come here. And he can play a lot of positions on this field, but I love him at receiver. He's got a big physical presence to him, has a frame to put on a lot of weight, just a natural route runner. Really excited for what he can do for us.
How about one more guy that's going to protect those BYU quarterbacks?
What's up? My name's Talon Tonya. I play offensive line. I played for Rigby High School. And shout out to my family. Love those guys. Go Cougs.
Some more Taysom Hill smiles, an Idaho guy in the mix. Out of Rigby, Talon Tonya, 6'5", 291 pounds. Darryl Funk, bringing the funk on Tonya.
Talon, another two-way player, basketball player, athletic, holds his 290 very well. He's going to be a super player on the edge for us, and excited about Talon joining us.
His bro will probably start next year at Utah. He could have totally gone to Utah as well. Utah and Nebraska wanted him. Playing first guy.
There you go. And that's rare in this class, right? Most of these guys are mission first guys.
Yeah.
But there are a few that look to make an impact right away. Cooper Ross is up next in this signing class. Defensive lineman out of Mesa, Arizona and Heritage Academy. 6'5", 245 pounds. More Arizona talent coming to BYU. Preston Hadley had something to say about Cooper.
Cooper Ross, you turn his tape on, the majority of the plays that he makes in high school as a tight end, we see him being a defensive tackle. Great athleticism, great natural strength. He looks like he could be playing college football right now. Really productive high school player who is going to make a lot of plays for us here.
The influx of talent is always a good problem for these coaches to have. Figure it out. Where are you going to find a spot for all these dudes that want to make a contribution?
Mission first guy, so we'll see him in a couple.
Kaden Devries, a cornerback out of North Ogden, Utah, is the next signee. 6 feet, 165 pounds. Jerem, guess what? He's fast. That's weird.
11:09, Hundy. Woo! Mission first guy. 5 pick sixes in his career. That tells me a lot. I don't care what level you play at. If you have 5 pick sixes, that tells me you have ball hawk skills and open field ability.
High school teammate at Weber of Aisea Moa. Those Weber Warriors coming to BYU. Here's Gennaro Guilford on Kaden Devries.
A guy who can play on both sides of the ball. Tremendous ball skills. A guy who can help in the return game. Also a guy who's not afraid to tackle.
All right.
Let's go.
Physicality. We love to hear it and see it at BYU.
Okay, coming up, rise and shout out to a sock drive.
And get our next guest some pancakes. Kingsley Suamataia returns to Studio B. This is BYU Sports Nation.
Gonna pancake us if we don't watch out.
Seriously.
Quick crack. Wash all you want. Don't drive dirty.
Professor Rock here.
The Food Nanny.
Chandler Scott here.
Samry.
Hey, everyone.
Hello.
I just want to tell you about this amazing,
Excellent. Cool account called My Style.
My Style checking. I'm talking travel points.
Gift card. Concert tickets.
All just for using my account.
That's My Style.
So check it out.
Give it a shot.
Open your My Style checking account today.
Phone charger? Check. Work notebook? Check. Puppy for Jacob? Check. Mom, you promised we could get a dog this year.
Hey, I need to ask your help with something.
What is this?
It's a corgi puppy.
Why is he here?
Is there any chance that you could hide him here for a day?
BYU Sports Nation is presented by the BYU Store, official outfitter of BYU fans everywhere.
Check out the latest Deep Blue podcast. I talked with Blaine Fowler about his recruitment to BYU, almost playing in the CFL and NFL during the strike, calling games for the Cougars for over 30 years. Listen to it on the BYU Radio app and where podcasts are found.
Welcome back to BYU Sports Nation live from Studio B, our signing day special in the early signing period of 2021. A lot of new talent coming into BYU football, and headlined by our next guest, Kingsley Suamataia, offensive lineman out of Orem High School, transfer from Oregon. Kingsley, we had you on the show not too long ago.
We didn't have enough. We wanted you to come back.
We want more.
We needed you back here. How
Just
you doing,
like
man?
pancakes, we always want more, right?
Sir, I'm glad to be here.
Hey, IHOP, if you need an NIL, this guy, right? How many pancakes could you throw down right now?
Oh, quite a bit. I didn't eat yet.
Oh, he's starving too. He's like, don't talk about food.
We're talking 10 plus? What are we talking about here?
Oh, no, like 30.
Oh!
Okay.
I like that.
I'm here for it. How was you explain the past month of your life since you announced that you were going to come to BYU? What has it been like for you?
It's been a blessing just to be home. It's been crazy to see my mom every day, my family. It's just see everybody, you know, from high school to the boys on the team. It's great being home.
Vai Soifua signs, another Orem guy that you played with. What's Vi going to bring to BYU?
Oh, he's dominant, you know, just runs in the poly blood. But, yeah, Vi's a great explosive player. So stay tuned to the Orem Tigers.
Yes.
And are you telling Puka, hey, I know you may get some NFL interest. Let's play at least a year together next year, right?
Yes, most definitely.
That'd be awesome.
How do you feel about the entire signing class for this rundown of Kalani Sitake's newest signees?
Shoot, I think we're the best recruiting class in the nation. I ain't gonna put nothing out there, but people be sleeping on Utah ball.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's way better. Like 15 years ago, it was like, okay, maybe we have a guy or two, right? But now it's legit. Like everybody comes in here. When you were recruited, obviously everyone went after you. What was it like to say no to like Nick Saban and Kirby Smart at Georgia? What was it like to have that interest in you and then have to pick where you were going to go? Fun, stressful?
little bit stressful, but they, great coaches, respect my decision on why I came to BYU. So nothing but love to them still. But, go Cougs. So that's our guy.
Go Cougs is right. Was there anyone in that process that you were like, oh, wow, I'm talking to this guy?
I don't know.
I'm sorry. Maybe they were starstruck.
Yeah, they were starstruck by the Kingsley of Provo. Let's go.
Exactly.
Kingsley Suamataia is with us on BYU Sports Nation. Your coach, Kalani Sitake, just signed an extension. I know that was really important for you and for all of the guys. What does Kalani Sitake mean to BYU football?
He means a lot. He brings a lot, especially to the community all over the place. Oregon wanted him, but just for him staying and it's bigger than the money, So he stayed for us players, and it's nice having him here.
We feel like he probably wasn't going to go to Oregon unless it was just a stupid amount. You know what I mean? Everyone has a price. But, that was kind of a weird experience for you, I imagine. You came from Oregon. Now Oregon's courting him. You're like, hey, wait a minute.
Yeah, it was a little weird, but, it was nice seeing him stay. So.
Yeah, in the end, he stays. He wanted to be here. BYU made it happen, which is so exciting. Let's talk about the offensive line next year. We're juiced out of our minds about what that's going to look like because Clark Barrington said he's coming back. Blake Freeland's a dominant left tackle. Harris LaChance is awesome. We'll figure out what we do. Are you the right tackle? Does he move to a guard? We'll see. That group's going to be super awesome. What's it going to be like next year with those 5 guys plus?
It's going to be crazy, honestly. Wherever Coach fish me, I like playing left tackle, so I just love competing. So if I got to compete for a spot, then that's what it's going to come down to.
And I see this as a good – it's not even a problem, just a good thing. We'll figure out who's where. They're just great players there. Are you recruiting Tyler Algier actively to return?
Yes. It'll be nice for him to.
As you should be. Look at this offensive line, Tyler. You're going to enjoy massive success if you come run behind this O-line.
He could become the all-time leading rusher at BYU if he returns. He would only need 1,100 yards.
Yeah. He's a great player. He's outstanding.
He is a great player, which would be super exciting.
Kingsley, as you think about your career in football and your journey to BYU, what excites you most about the future and your first experience running out in LaVelle Edwards Stadium?
I don't even know where to start on that one. It's going to be crazy, honestly. Just grateful, especially for all the uncles that played before me. And shout out to my Uncle Kings back in the 808. It's his birthday today. Played here in the past.
Nice.
But it's going to be crazy, especially seeing all my family everywhere around the stands. So it's going to be nice.
That'll be awesome. And you enroll in January?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Get to work. We'll look at you for the first time in spring ball. That'll be good.
Yep.
Awesome. BYU plays Oregon next year.
Yes, they do.
Which is fun.
September 17th, I think. Okay, Kingsley, thanks for coming in, man.
Thank you.
Congratulations on everything.
IHOP, don't forget. Okay, coming up, we'll recap the signing class.
And a rise and shout out to alumni doing some really good work pre-holiday at the bowl game. This is BYU Sports Nation.
BYU Food to Go's convenient location at 2191 North Canyon Road in Provo makes bringing popular BYU foods to your next event easy. Everything's ready when you need it at the drive and load pickup. You drive in and they load no matter the weather. And stop in the on-site creamery for great BYU chocolate milk and ice cream. BYU Food to Go, bringing campus to your table. Call for details, 801-422-5001.
Tim Daly Ford in Spanish Fork sells Ford vehicles including the F-150, the pickup designed for work and play. Tim Daly Ford maintains a large inventory, providing more choices for selecting an F-150 with the power and engineering to carry and tow heavy loads. The F-150's design offers comfort, safety, and a range of options to choose from. Think Ford, think Tim Daly Ford in Spanish Fork.
May you and your families be blessed with peace, with an increased ability to hear the voice of the Lord, and receive revelation with an enhanced capacity to feel how much our Father and His Son love you.
What is that? It's an automaton. My father was fixing it.
You've tried to forget the past for so long. Maybe it's time to try and remember.
This portion of BYU Sports Nation is presented by Mountain America, the official credit union of BYU Athletics.
BYU Sports Nation always available on demand via the BYU TV and BYU radio apps.
Download the podcast, subscribe, rate, and review.
Welcome back to the show. Exciting signing day for BYU football. A ton of talent and notable multi-star players joining Kalani Sitake in his program. Our elite voice of the day, presented by Sundance Mountain Resort, comes from @BF Webster on the Twitter machine. He says, watching the early signing day edition of BYUSN, and as with the last 2 years, wondering if I'll live long enough to see some of the Mission First guys in an actual game. I turned 70 in 16 months.
Bruce, you'll be there.
Bruce, you're going to be there, man.
You're going to be there, baby.
We need you there for these guys when the majority of them come back from their missions and start playing at BYU.
Bruce is an avid BYU sports fan and BYUSN fan, so shout out to Bruce. That's all. But yeah, you're going to be around, bro. Let's go. Yeah, it does take a minute. Like, this whole process is fun, right? Where if it's a Mission First guy, we go, yeah! And then they complete their senior year, go on a mission, 2 years later, come back. So it's been, by the time they actually enroll in that first year, it's been 3 years since we mentioned their name.
This is the Chase Roberts factor right now.
They don't necessarily play that first year. That next year, we start to kind of mention them. And then when they actually play, it's been like 5 years.
Pretty crazy.
So that's why Bruce is wondering if he's going to be dirt napping or at the game.
Man, oh, man. We've got these guys like Raider Demouni and Logan Fano still out there for BYU. And,
on missions.
And Chase Roberts is now coming back and working through his mission legs.
He'll be a player
so
next
unique.
year.
Yes.
And the year after that, he'll be one of the top three guys.
To your point, we were super stoked when Chase signed, I don't know, in 2019. We're like, yeah!
19,
okay,
it might have been 18.
Now wait.
Yeah.
Just wait for the 4-star recruit to come and play 3 years later.
Yeah, awesome.
Today's Rise and Shout Out presented by Mountain America, the official credit union of BYU Athletics. I love what's happening in Shreveport, Louisiana, as BYU is teaming up with the group, the Alumni Association, to help people in need.
Yeah, there's a sock drive. So all those socks that were apparently free a couple years ago with Sockgate at BYU should be done. That was nothing. Donate to a local homeless shelter, which is super cool. Obviously, socks, massively important. So if you are going to the bowl game and you want to donate some socks, make sure you go to the tailgate between 10:30 a.m. and kickoff and donate those to the BYU alumni.
I'll see all of you who are at the game and at the tailgate there. All right. Our thanks to today's guests on signing day, Cody Hagan and Kingsley Suamataia. A fantastic job by our crew and the coaches, giving us a taste of every single one of those guys. This is a fast-paced show and takes a ton of work.
We can't wait to talk about you having a 100-yard game or 4 sacks in 5 seasons.
Yay!
No, it's going to be awesome. Some of the guys this year. Thanks, Dennis Pitta, for nothing because you didn't join the program.
But his signee told us that there's always time for Dennis.
Maybe Max and Ty, yeah.
For Jeremiah Spencer, shout out to Ben Cahoon. Congratulations to all the new Cougars. We'll see you tomorrow on BYU Sports Nation.